Yesterday, Nigel Farage released a new video on YouTube where he exposed a national scandal. He went to a four-star hotel in the Midlands where we found out that our government are spending billions of pounds of taxpayers' money to keep thousands of illegal migrants in that four-star hotel. Actually, there are a number of places across the country. This was one place that Nigel Farage discovered. Now, most of you have seen the video, but some of you probably have just missed it or haven't seen it yet. But in this video, I'm going to actually show you a couple of clips from the video and then give you my view on what's actually happening. Now, to do a bit of recap, back in 2018, we had about 300 illegal migrants crossing the border. Back in 2019, last year, that number went up to 2,000. And this year in 2020, we're halfway through and we have already had over 3,000 people illegally entering this country. Now, there are hundreds of thousands of people out there across the world who are waiting in the legal process, the queue, to be accepted to enter this great country. And it's actually a disservice to them and people who want to obviously do everything legally and the right way. And then you have these people, thousands of thousands, and the majority of them are young, male and healthy, coming into this country this way.
I understand the local MP, Sajid Javid, has said nothing, but he said to you that it would be temporary, did he?
I had an email from him saying that it was a temporary arrangement, yes.
Yes, well, it doesn't look very temporary.
No, it doesn't.
Because we tried to book a room, and you can try for this week or next week or September, and there are no rooms available. Hello there, Mark, how are you?
Yeah, why you didn't get to?
Well, I'll come to visit your butchers, of course. No, I did these videos about the English Channel, about all the migrant boats coming over, illegal migrant boats coming over. Since I've been here, I've been told Sajid Javid said it would be temporary, but it's not. It looks to be permanent.
Really? I didn't know.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
And we were told it was, well, I was told it was temporary. I was told the government had taken it over. They were going to move them on. Apparently there's 600 around the country as well.
Yeah, so Nigel obviously went to Bromsgrove in the Midlands and started speaking to a number of local people in that area. What we've discovered, because this is the constituency of Sajid Javid, who used to be Home Secretary himself, and he was in government until recently. And the problem we have is that there's not much that's being said. The government apparently have told the local residents that this is a temporary measure. Now, this temporary measure has been going on for a long time, and seems like the temporary measure is now turning into a permanent or a long-term situation without actually consulting with the local residents.
There's no media reporting of this whatsoever. And here you are, a little village in Worcestershire, and you've got 147 young blokes. You know. Now, people have told me that Sajid Javid said it was going to be a temporary thing, but it's not, is it?
No, it's not. Never is it?
No, never is. And we tried online to book rooms.
I tried as well when I was trying to check it out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I tried, yeah.
We're in Catshill, we're finding out how local residents feel about what's happened to the local hotel, where 147 young men, mostly between the ages of 18 and 26, had been parked. What we've learnt already from residents is that Sajid Javid promised it'd be temporary, but when we tried to book a room, there are no rooms to book. You'd have thought hotels were empty. This one is full. Thank you for letting me into your home and both of you for talking to me.
Now, that's the interesting part. So this specific hotel is a four-star hotel, Bromsgrove Hilton, I think. And if you try to book a hotel, if you try to call the number or do it online, you can't. It's all booked out for the rest of the year. And the issue we have is that the local people have been obviously talking to Nigel Farage about all this. And the next bit is quite interesting because they talk about the consultation, local consultation, or the lack of it.
Apparently, we all knew about it and we were supportive, according to our local newspaper. We didn't even know.
No, I was told that there was a consultation.
No, there wasn't. No. According to the advertiser and the Standard, we were all very supportive.
Oh.
How come we didn't even know? And that's true of it, did we, Andy?
Just moved him in. I'm black.
And what I've discovered is it's not just you suffering from this. We're now housing 48,000 people like this.
It's just unbelievable.
At a cost, an estimated cost over the next 10 years of £4 billion.
Why?
Yep. You are getting free accommodation, free healthcare, free dental care. You are getting 40 quid a week spending money.
Don't.
I mean, and you can see why people come.
You can see why people come, yeah.
The question is, why don't we do something about it? So in short, how do you feel about the fact that your local hotel is now going to be a permanent
I'm really
hotel?
annoyed. Really annoyed.
Have you told Sajid Javid how you feel?
No, because whenever I email him, he doesn't bother to come back. It's just a waste of time, to be honest. He came to my door, I tell him. Again.
See, that's a good point. So there are currently about 48,000 people across the country, and this is costing us £4 billion over the next few years. Obviously, they're going to use the taxpayers' money to pay for this. As I said, there are people who are waiting to enter this country legally. There are a lot of requirements. There are also a lot of ordinary working class people and people at the bottom of society economically who are in massive need. We've got homeless people who struggle to find shelters. And then you've got 4-star hotels for these guys. Now, this next part is when Nigel actually goes to the hotel. Firstly, he goes outside. They're driving around to kind of check out the car park.
The Bromsgrove Hilton. Here's the car park. Completely empty. Completely empty. And yet we couldn't book a room when we tried. We did try. They're booked for months and months, it would seem. I wonder why. Windows are open, so people are staying here. Yeah, just drive on, yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, the car park is virtually empty. And so the next part is actually interesting. He's going to go inside, and as they're still driving, obviously they saw a couple of people coming out.
Yes. Just come and have a look. Can we book rooms here?
I'm afraid no.
When?
You can't book my friend, sorry.
Right.
Take the plan.
Can we have a look around?
Not really, because it's closed.
There's lots of people there.
Yeah, hotel is closed to the public.
Who's it open to then?
I can't disclose the information.
Okay. Hello. I'm fine, and you?
Okay, thanks.
Goody good. You staying here?
Yeah. Could you not for evening, please?
Okay. So this is a completely closed off site now, is it?
Yeah.
You work for Serco, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, nice work if you can get it.
I mean, firstly, this whole video production that Nigel and the team did, absolutely brilliant. It's like watching one of these Channel 4 documentaries. But also, so you got this company, Serco. They are a private kind of sector, contractor who have been helping with this project to move everybody to these hotels, especially in Bromsgrove. And so they obviously got contracts of billions of pounds, and yet they've been obviously told not to share any information. Is this turning into some sort of secret operation? It's some sort of governmental mission where nobody should know. I don't think that should be the case, where you have local residents in that area. They should know what's happening in their area, especially when you have a situation where you have hundreds of thousands, hundreds in that obviously hotel. I think it's just fewer than 200, that's the capacity. I don't know how many they actually have in there. But there are people who have entered this country illegally. So technically they've already broken the law. And if they come out walking, I mean, nobody's accusing every single person to be dodgy. But you never know. The whole point of being a legal citizen in any country is that you have certain rights, but you also have obligations. And if you do something bad, people can track you down. But if you don't have any legal status, then it's a bit of a grey area. So obviously, we have to show some sort of sympathy towards the local residents. But there's no consultation. Now, this whole video was actually quite interesting to watch, and on Nigel Farage's channel, that's already kind of getting a lot of views, and but the mainstream media still aren't talking about it. They're not really concerned about this. I can assure you, if this issue was a different sort of topic, not about migration, it would, you know, anything else, and if this were a left-wing politician, let's just say Joe Swinson, going around with a camera and exposing something random, something about trees, I can assure you this would have been all over the BBC, Sky News, Channel 4, but this isn't actually happening. Obviously, you've got the press talking about it, Talk Radio mentioned this, but nothing from the main channels just yet. But the pressure is definitely there. It's all over Twitter and YouTube and Facebook. Ordinary people out there are talking about this. The silent majority are no longer silent. But this is a big problem. The reason we mentioned this and the reason Nigel made this video, it's nothing to do with being against people who are not from this country, guys. To clarify, this is the point about legal status. And the issue is that the majority of these people, a lot of them will be rejected anyway. But historically, when you look at the way the system works, a lot of these people who get rejected, instead of being sent back, they just stay around illegally in the country. And obviously they work in certain sectors, cash in hand. And I mean, it's not really helping the economy, obviously, because they're not paying tax. They don't have full rights. And some of them end up doing some dodgy stuff. So this is the biggest problem. And but hopefully, obviously, we have this channel, we have Nigel's channel, who are talking about these sort of things, and hopefully one day the Home Office will finally listen. Priti Patel has been saying all the good things, using all the right words recently with her rhetoric. We need some action, and we need it now. Right, so thanks again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to click on a subscribe button and the bell next to it so you get notified. And if you want to support the channel, you could become a member. Check out the link in the description. You get a lot of perks and benefits by becoming a member. I'm Mahyar Tousi. I'll see you guys in the next video.